Oh, yeah. Morning, guys. So, yeah, switching discussion from last week. So, what we picked out of that was, so the guys up north at Jamestown that come out of them, spoke to Red Sea, use of radios while switching. So, basically the boys didn't have any phone reception up there, believe it or not. And yeah, just got a bit caught with their pants down, I suppose. They didn't really know how to call up, knock and dispatch through the radio. So a bit of raiding around, so a bit of follow-up. We're going to have a look into a training package that has been developed at the moment and being rolled out through the business shortly. In the meantime, competent crews to start using radios to communicate with knock on smaller sheets. So if you have the opportunity to have a trial run with them, make sure you do. 200 amp services. Jimmy, he's here. We did a bit of following up about regarding fuse replacements in the gang rack in the 200 amp fuses. So it states that in the procedure to place one fuse in the rack at a time, and then open, put the next fuse in. Alright, obviously using the prongs like that. So 7.2 in the switching manual reflects that. So any questions regarding 200 amp fuse testing, let me know and I can dig it out for you. Cyber keys. So myself and Renzi now have working cyber keys. So again, if anyone's got a cyber key that they want to get working, let me know and we'll chase it up. We had another vertical air brake failed to open last week. So to remember just to do your risk assessment before operation, and only one attempt is to be made. New OZ audits are now starting to trickle through into distribution services, so be aware, but don't change what we're doing, continue the good work there. Some good switching practices from last week. So one crew had 3 separate SPs in one day. The guys did well to remain efficient and use a high level of communication with knock and field dispatch. Good work, boys. Crew picked up an amendment on an SP during a briefing. The D was written instead of a DF, which we're not sure how that actually happened. So, but it shows great attentiveness. Continue to be switched on during your briefings. And the last one, crew found incorrect labelled HV cables. Proceeded to investigate correct locations and destinations with not with success and relabelled the cables. So well done there. Keep plugging away. 14 days without switching incidents. So it's a start. I'm going to straight into these, mate.
Yeah, mate. We'll get the switching done first. Not important.
So I'll just do the bulletin while I've got this looking at me. So bulletin 155. Basically, there's been a bit of discussion around low voltage tyres, which we have a fair bit to deal with. So there's been great online discussion recently about isolation required for distribution trannies that have low voltage tyres. So basically the clarification is a distribution transformer within an isolated HV work area that has phase conductors of its LV area connected to an adjacent live LV area is considered as having LV tyres. It is deemed as a possible source of infeed for the HV. If an LV area is only connecting to another de-energised LV area, it is considered to have no LV tyres. So I think we're all over that. So again, any questions, feel free to ask myself and we'll talk through it. Switching alert 471. Probably jump in front of you, mate, that's right. So 3rd of August, crews were replacing some class. During the isolation, it was identified that an item to advise HVC on completion of the isolation was not included in the switching program. So knock was contacted and amendments made. So another good pick up at the briefing, so keep aware. You know, mate?
Cool, mate. Thanks, mate. We'll jump on to switching alert 470. So this one was ours, the cable faults. We've gone over it a few times, but this is the actual alert. So 25th of May, they were replacing, repairing, I don't know if they replaced it, a section of cable between the transformer and the other end of the pole. They repaired it, closed the isolators, tested the transformer, closed the fuses, and then when it opens at a secondary location that was incorrect. Cable fault crews used to use like a ESP book that they made themselves. That's gone now, so that was one of the factors why that happened. But just checking LVLSPs, checking where you are, understanding what's going on, that probably would have stopped that from happening. So that was only 3 customers for 2.5 hours, but still that blitzed out 106 days. So we jump back, but birthdays as well. We missed out on Dan's birthday, Saturday the 29th, missed out on explaining, so we jumped straight into switching. But Dan, he's in the other group now, isn't he? 29th. An update on next week's work. So this week we've got the Plek. That's finishing up Friday, hopefully, Jimmy. Transformer change at Salisbury. We've got a project job at Jeff's Cross. That's Tim's. That's finishing up. We've got crews returning from Jamestown this week. A low switch change. Still got some SA water stuff, and we're assisting URD group. And then other than that, just a standard LV maintenance and HP maintenance that we normally do.
Just keep getting names up for that weekend work boys as well, because we're looking for a lot of crews on that 13th, I believe. So
It's heaps of overtime at the moment.
yeah, get your names up so we can let the NPOs know that it's all going ahead.
I think Corey had to cancel the job last weekend because he didn't get enough people. So
Yeah.
jump to the near misses, Munchie. You got 3 of them.
Two of them basically the same. So the first one's the cable cutters, just the blades are shattering. So crews were cutting cables, and as they were retracting the jaw to go to the next cable, part of the jaw broke off. Under inspection, they found that 2 teeth were bent and 1 had broken. Pretty much the same scenario on the other one, so just be aware of your cable cutters that you've got. Just inspect them before you do it and make sure everything's clean and tidy so the teeth can go through smoothly. The other one was, I don't know if you all know, Tonks rolled his ankle out with sort. He was going back to his truck after delivering some gear to the pole. While he was walking back, he rolled his ankle in a drain. So the sort guys put some steel plates that are already at the holes. They don't need the sorts anymore, so they've made them a bit more safer. I believe he's back to normal duties.
Yep. Good. We are trialling the Milwaukee cable cutters as well. I think Leachy had it down at Whitesdale, so hopefully there they go and start getting them. So we've got some general depot stuff. So we've got the driver behaviour scorecard that Tops has printed out. It's green across the board. So it looks like I've never seen this before, but it looks like it picks up 5 things. So acceleration, braking, turning, speeding on 4, sorry. And we're near on perfect and everything, so well done. Didn't realise it picked up so much, but it's unreal. I don't know if you guys did, but I didn't really know.
Keeps you when you stop for an orange.
Yeah, braking's our worst. So 27 moderate, brake, 7 harsh. So yeah, I suppose braking. Yeah,
Stop braking.
Don't brake. Jimmy had an issue with 2 buckets. GMJs were they? Jimmy up at the fleck. They were next to each other, so they were cross. The frequencies were interfering with each other. Nick actually followed this up. I had no idea, didn't know it existed. We've got a frequency change procedure. It's pretty simple. Looks like you hold the start and horn switch on, depress the emergency switch button, release the emergency stop button and continue to hold the start for 5 seconds and it'll beep. That indicates a frequency change. I can print more of these out and give them to the GMJ operators, but yeah, you're not going to remember that.
We'll get a list together.
Yeah. So you guys come across that before?
Yeah.
And when it happened again, it was the only thing I could realise that the truck had played up before was when we was parked next to a GMJ, so
Yeah.
that's why I asked the question.
Well, as soon as it is a common
Yeah.
with all buckets, so yeah.
So we'll print them out, put them up. Also, they've changed the e-workplace pre-operational checklist tab on your phone. So now all pre-operational checklists will be done on your phone. No longer the books will no longer be accepted. The yellow EWP Chromebooks still need to be completed, but everything should be done on that tab now. The change resulted in pre-operational checks and a few new things have been added. So now you can attach and remove photos to show defects or potential issues with the pre-operational checklist tab, giving fleet a better understanding of the fault. You can also view recently conducted maintenance or repairs and view the most recent service and inspection dates. So this applies to all of us as well, so keep that in mind. You guys know how to use that, you know where to find that. You work with on your phone. Yeah, it's just on the same place as your time sheet.
It's the bottom tile when you go e-workplace, go right at the bottom. There used to be two, one was for defects, one was for now they're just combined. So I think they really, you know, with the defects especially, taking photos is important to them. So next time, if anyone has to do that, just come see me, I'll run through it with you.
Yep. So it says there the old blue or orange is scratched out, heavy vehicle books no longer accepted. So stop filling them out.
Yeah, like I said, just make sure you do the yellow ones.
Yeah, don't forget them.
Still doing the other one at the book. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yep. So you have to do the operational check tab and the yellow book. ESP books. So more onto that switching system we had. Mike just dropped off some more, so they're there. So the 4As, you've got an old one, look exactly the same, it's got a different code. Grab your old ones out of the truck, come see me, we'll get you a new one. If you need one, pretty sure all you do. Flexible start time. So we started early a few times recently, like 4 o'clock, 5 in the morning. So there's a printout here. Here it is. It's really confusing. But what we can sort of work out is if you start before upon agreements, you only get paid normal time if you agree, unless you work over the 8 hours. So if you guys agree to start at 4 in the morning, you knock off after 8 hours, all good. If not, then work out something else. But I still have to read that more to understand it. That's what me and Cam took out of it.
I thought it was between 6 and 6 was the 11.
If you agree, yep.
If you get caught, you know, be on those hours.
Does that do the same thing in summer or not? Guys might start early when it's hot, lights early, so the guys might start at 5:30 and then finish at 1.
Yeah.
So it's not, you can overtime for free. You have the heat, you have the beach, and stuff, so.
Yeah, but that's all up to you guys if you want to agree. We don't have too much of it, but every now and again we get a cross arm somewhere that we need to replace. And I think also Jimmy and Seb started early at the fleet to start at like 4 in the morning for you're on a week, didn't you? Knocking off early till upon green. Standby roster, so we're going to extend that to December 31st. So everybody's on that roster, and you want to continue or you don't want to continue, come and see me. I won't take it for granted that you're going to continue, so I won't continue that unless you guys say that ends of September. So I want to get that done as soon as possible. And we need someone to take Cam's shift. It's one shift, the 11th to the 17th. Come and see me about that.
Is that the one in September?
Yep.
I agree to take that already.
So the 11th to the 17th.
Yeah.
We need a 4A. Unfortunately. Yeah. Sorry, mate. So we've got one safety alert. Public lighting. This is from our public lighting division. So while conducting a light bracket, while removing a light bracket or installing, doesn't say, it says they're conducting a light bracket. In an EWP, the worker removed his low voltage gloves to tighten a nut. This was noticed by another worker and the work was stopped, so that's under investigation. There's not a lot of information on that. I mean, you've seen that one this morning. You know much about that one, mate?
I think Cobbs just wanted to read it out because it's sort of relevant to us about taking your gloves off.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, so they'll investigate. We'll get a bit more later.
Yep. Everyone understands that you're not allowed to do that. Not allowed to take your gloves off if you're working live. Hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't say, there's not a lot of information. It just says that the guy was in an EWP working on low voltage. He removed his low voltage insulated gloves to do up a nut on the lighter bracket. And it was noticed by another worker and working stopped, so it doesn't really say too much. Yeah. Right. But obviously, yeah, everyone's aware not to do that. Cool. That's all I've got. You guys have anything? No.
So there's secondment to Murray Bridge for 4 weeks coming up. So we need volunteers for in 1 week blocks to go. So it was just a reminder for those people who haven't responded to the email that Daryl sent out, just to let me know if you're interested, and then we'll work it out and let you know who's going to go for 1 week batches.
So maybe see us or Leanne about that one.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
Release,
comments
so,
happening, don't we?
yeah.
Cool. Anybody else have anything? Cool. No worries.